the big thing, of course, over the last month has been that Elon Musk is getting Twitter. It's actually happening. He said it, then it didn't look like it was going to happen. We can raise the roof. It is happening. And not only is it happening, the guy's going to put himself as the CEO. This is nuts. This is from the Daily Wire. Billionaire entrepreneur Elon Musk may be set to include temporary CEO, Twitter CEO, to his list of titles once his deal goes through and he becomes the owner of the social media platform. According to a report from CNBC, Elon Musk is expected to serve as a temporary CEO of Twitter for a few months after he completes his $44 billion takeover of the social media company, sources told CNBC's David Faber. I mean, the craziness about this is not just that he got it, like that, they tried this poison pill, it didn't work. I think all the lawyers of the shareholders were like, we're going to sue you people into oblivion. He got it. He then puts himself in the biggest fight, like the free speech fight, which is the biggest fight. And now he's going to put himself as CEO. Like, I love this guy. But there's a little bit of like, man, you're kind of nutty too to put, it's like he could put anyone as CEO. He doesn't have to jump into the fight. The guy's also sending us to Mars and building electric cars. Amelie, you got to respect the game on this guy, huh?
Oh, yeah, 100%. He's a very, very busy man. And I was so happy to see this news, to see him by Twitter, and to now see him be CEO is an amazing thing. And I think what's going to be super powerful about Elon is like, he's pretty likable for people on all sides. I mean, he bought Twitter, immediately is tweeting out how he wants all of his critics to be super present on the platform, to say whatever they want to him. He wants to make the site fun again. He's saying his next endeavor is going to buy Coca-Cola and put Coke back in it. He's a very likable guy for regardless of where you lie politically. And as much as the media, legacy media, and all of these other leftists wanted to come at him and say, how dare you reinstate free speech on these platforms? We don't want the bigotry, we don't want the hate. It's not going to show up, I don't think. And if it does, it'll be these sort of fake psyopy leftists who are just tweeting things out from bot accounts. And I think we're going to see, oh, it really wasn't as bad as people made it out to be. And they got hysterical like they are now with Roe v. Wade, and we're back to normal again. So maybe I can't trust these people.
Yeah, that's actually the point. That's the point I wanted to make. Alicia, like that concept right there, that we're watching these people go crazy about Roe v. Wade. They're not sure what they're going crazy about. Isn't that exactly what happened here? All the guy said is, hey, I just want more people on here. People can say what they want, block people if you don't like them, blah, blah, blah. But let's just open this thing up the way we've all wanted it to be. Well, those of us that are roughly sane have wanted it to be.
All.
And they just go crazy.
It's only democracy if their side wins. It's only free speech if it's their side speaking. It's only Elon's only good when he's helping Zelensky get free internet to help their military operations and people communicate in Ukraine. But oh my God, he bought Twitter. Now he's the worst again, and he's the fascist dictator. It is so funny, and I have to say, like, I'm much more entertained by his tweets than I ever was about Donald Trump. A girlfriend and I were texting the other day, and I'm like, for the first time ever, I have tweet notifications set up. Before I used to want to mute the site. Now I am anxiously awaiting every single tweet he sends out, because he can actually impact the scene change that he wants to at Twitter. And I just wish I could be a fly on the wall to see the crying that is occurring over there over him talking about being temporary CEO. I'm sure they're freaking out.
Spencer, is he sort of super Trump in a way, in that he's the outsider, he's the rich guy, he's doing all the things that nobody else was willing to do, but he's doing it in a more sort of calm, fun, whatever way, like without the grab them by the you-know-what, et cetera?
Yeah, I think there's a lot to that. And I especially think the comparison is close when it comes to how conservatives are responding to this. You notice we're always accused of like hero worshiping Trump or whatever, being slavish admirers. But most conservatives, if you talk to them, they don't put their trust in princes, right? We don't elevate people up onto that pedestal. And Musk, listen, has said some stuff about the future of technology that gives me the heebie-jeebies a little bit. He's not like, somebody who believes everything that I believe, but he is the man for this job. What did we need? We needed a super powerful tech billionaire to fight with these guys on their terms. He obviously drives all the right people insane when it comes to free speech. And this is exactly what he should be doing. I personally am getting tired of so much winning. I mean, he rolls in, like, the fact that he's taking over as CEO indicates to me that he intends to do something, which I really think is important that he should do, which is to fire the people who think that he's a fascist, Nazi, terrorist, evildoer, right? I mean, never mind, he's going to let them on the platform, of course, but you shouldn't, I mean, all these guys in newsrooms do this thing where it's like, well, my employees are staging a walkout. It's like, great, they work for you, fire fire them. Like, it's fine, And I think that Musk's takeover as CEO kind of indicates that he wants to take that kind of strong hand. I have my reservations about some of the guy's beliefs, but when it comes to Twitter, Elon, take it to the moon.
To be clear, when he fires all these people, I can't speak fully for Rumble and Locals anymore, but we will not be hiring any of these people. I'm pretty sure I can say that. Amala, this idea, though, that, it's consistent with their idea that words are violence, but violence is not violence, right? So if you burn down a Target in the name of social justice, that's not violence. But if you misgender somebody, that is violence. So we shouldn't be that surprised that they're so bananas right now, right?
No, we shouldn't be surprised at all. And I don't think Elon's going to have to worry about firing them. The brilliant thing about leftists is they won't work for him. They will just leave and they will have this mass exodus from the company. So that's what I'm looking forward to seeing. But yeah, it's like Alicia said, they'll say anything so long as it's in their favor, so long as it supports them. They don't support vigilantism when it comes to citizens taking the law into their own hands, but they're totally fine with vigilantism when it comes to this Roe v. Wade leak. They're not fine with protests and riots when they look at January 6th and everything that happened there, but they're totally fine when it, again, supports Roe v. Wade or the George Floyd riots in the streets. Everything is just going to be wishy-washy so long as it supports themselves. And luckily, I think what's happening now is normal people who are maybe in the center, classically liberal, conservative, who have just been really quiet. They're just sitting there watching this all play out. I think young people are watching this all play out too and go, I'm not even in my puberty stage, I am not as ridiculous and emotional as this, and I can't vibe with it. So I'm hoping that's what's happening, is that we're just having this revolution in America of normal people who go, I cannot put up with this for much longer.
A normal people revolution. I like that.